Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me. Oh boy, should have cleared my throat before turning on the mic. Hello everyone. Hi Citric Scribbles, Erica, Ash is a himbo, Serial Chick. Wow, everybody's here. Hi. Good to see you. Oh my god, Erica. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing again. 27-month streak? That is nuts. I don't even know if I deserve that. Ash is a himbo. Uma Sume stream part 2. Maybe later. Hold on. Let me go to the face cam. Well, first of all, check out this new stream starter thing. Isn't it cool? I spent a whole day editing it. It's not that impressive. But it's better than the last one. In my humble opinion. No horsies, no horsies. Alright, everybody. Where's my face? Oh my god. Oh, I should have checked it first. I'm a little sweaty. It's stupid hot outside. And I just rearranged my room a little bit. You can't really tell because it's still messy. Oh my god. Ugh. What was I thinking? Oh boy. You mean Erica of Haley Williams' Instagram story fame. My moderator was noticed by Paramore. Miss Paramore herself. Goosey wave.
I love the padded room starting soon screen.
Padded room? Oh my god, it does sort of look like a padded room, doesn't it? It looks like what you would think a padded room looks like when you are put in a padded room. Anyway. Let me get the light on me. Ow! There we go. But I'm a sweaty mess. Why didn't mine TTS? I don't know. My voice cracked. Anyway. OMG, it's my slimy little boy. Slimy is the wrong word. But I can't think of a better one. You know what? This light is too bright, actually. Because I rearranged my room, there is a window right behind the camera. So there's going to be uneven lighting. I can't... You know those types of windows that like have the twist blinds? These are broken, so I can't control the lighting. In the afternoon especially. Who cares? You don't. Anyway, I'm in the car, so I cannot stay, but I had to say hello. Thank you, Erica. It was really nice seeing you. Top 5 moderators. I think I only have hi. Hippity Hoppity 2. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Conk. Hello, Hippity Hoppity. Everybody's here. Wow. It's like, you're all so cool. I, like, recognize your names, and, like, I oh, my God. Oh, you know what? I don't even know if the face cam's staying on. Fine, it will. Just nobody screenshot. What? Look at this. Look at this little, like... Okay, fixing the hair. Fixing the hair. I like to fix my hair so I don't look like a freak on stream. There we go. Nope, worse. You know what? Let's just embrace it. Top 10 instant regret moments. Number 10 will shock you. It's this one. Anyway. Please get a wet hand towel. I'm starting to get worried. You do not need to be worried. It's literally only 76 degrees. I just don't deal with heat well. Alright, you know what? New hairstyle. Yeah, I'm balding. Whatever. It happens to, like, every dude. I'm only 26. Alright, nope. That is unironically what my forehead looks like always. Some people can pull it off. I with my 5 head, I don't know though. The B in baddie stands for balding. Hey. If you're stressed out, you lose your hair. And I'm stressed out because I care too much about everything. I like how you're reacting like everyone in chat is judging you. I'm judging me. And that's worse. I think shaving it might fix it, but I'm not too sure. I've heard that. I've also heard that if you shave it, it will never grow back. But here's the thing. If I go bald, I wouldn't mind it. Like, I'm gonna try not to. But if, like, I wake up and all my hair completely fell out, no more shampoo? No more worried about with the wind? I don't know. Kunkin, please hold on to your hair as long as possible. Like, until it's only 2 strands left. Oh, what if I shave my head except for 2 strands and then I just grow them out? That's disgusting. Yeah, but you get sunburnt. I don't go outside anyway. Why do I look like I'm leaning so far? Hi, friends. Hi, Solaris Music. We're talking about me balding. Do the Greg Heffley hairstyle. Yeah, the little 3 prongs. Oh, smiling friends Pim. Yeah, just the one little curl. Don't shave your head, let it come naturally. Hold out until the end. Alright, you know what? I'm going to let it fall out naturally. For 2 years. And then we go. You should get a powdered wig. Yeah, I'm thinking like a judge wig. That's another thing about going bald. You know, for my videos, I just... You know, I could wear like a judge wig or a Hatsune Miku wig and just, you know, people would be like, yeah, of course he's doing that. He's bald. Think of all the cool bald people out there, right? Pitbull. Northern Lion. I'm sure there's more. But I'm going to join the list. Mr. Clean, thank you. Chad style, I see. She knew what's up. She knew what up. First time chat, Buddy27. Hello, first stream. Hi, Buddy27. Wow, congratulations on the first time chat. I'm sorry it happened when I'm talking about my hair falling out. Vsauce. The V stands for very good looking. You should get a fedora. Goosey, do you hate me? What kind of ass backwards advice is that? I'm kidding. H-bomb. Good one. He's smart. All that brain power made the hair fall out. If it's something that bothers you, I hear that finasteride helps. It doesn't really bother me. I guess it does in the moment when, like, especially because I wear my hair forward. If I'm, like, walking outside and the wind blows everything back and I look like a mad scientist, I care then. But, oh my god, life... There's too much going on in life for me to worry about the natural balding process. People have been going bald since people. So, steal a hard hat from the construction site. Oh my god. Remember when I wore beanies in all of my old videos and that sort of became like a kind of a brand for me? What if I just wore a construction hat? Nope, bad idea. Bad pitch. Mad scientist is a look. I don't know about that. Being bald and getting older is hot. Can't wait to get old. You know what? Yeah. Oh, especially with the people getting like Botox and like all of that facial reconstruction surgery, or like the cosmetic, like growing old naturally. It's gonna be a look. There's always estrogen. I have I've been avoiding that because I know you all are gonna run with that. But yes, that is true. Each video you dress up as a guy with a job only to talk about drama on the internet. I don't have the costume budget for that, but I will admit I have thought of that idea before a while ago, and I love it. Be careful dabbling in fast right? It's a cis dude, though. My little brother was prescribed them when his house started falling out in the stress of being a medical student, and they had to spiraling and had to stop. Yeah, it's tricky messing with like the mood altering stuff. You can take estrogen as a cis man. Fuck around. But once I get the ball rolling, then I'll have to commit to the whole thing, and it's like, ugh, I just have so much on my plate. Medicine is stressful? You're damn right. Ugh. Construction hat is mid. Construction hat with skimpy outfit is peak. Yeah, that I'll do like I don't know why you like black lingerie and then like a neon vest and a hard helmet, and then I'll be like, what's with Jake Paul these days? What a brand. Fireman hat? Yeah. Yeah. Where's the fire? It's this guy's videos. No, don't clip that. Don't clip that. Playboy bunny, but with construction hat. Yes, absolutely. I thought I had a pun for that, but I don't, so I'm going to move on. I think every medicine is somewhat mood altering. Yeah. Goddamn. Like, the weather can be mood altering. So yeah, medicine that changes your body. Probably do something. What if you do the drag stream in mask clothes after you transition? That would be so funny. If the drag stream happens down the road and I happen to have completed a trans... I can't run with that idea. That is so funny. Jokes aside, do your research about meds and stuff. Yes. Break into the construction site to film. I mean, it would have to like have something to do with the point, right? Why would I make it very loud and worse and whatever? Melon Pop, wear a different hat every video and make them increasingly esoteric. I don't have the hat budget. I love that idea. I wish I could have a rotating costume of hats. But, ugh. How much is a construction hat? Like, even a fake one. First one to get a result to me wins the race. I don't have anything to incentivize people. Jester hat. There we go. Google is free, I think. Not for long. Oh. Steal one from next door. What if they catch me? They're bigger than me and they have power tools. What if they pin me to the ground and then drill me into the house? Do you wear wigs? Will you wear wigs? Oh my goodness. Sorry, Blue Jay just went past the window, and I hate that bird. Aging gracefully. Check that out. Oh goodness. This is why I like getting curls going on in my hair, because they hide my scalp. Let's see how bad I can look. Let's get like the curls going down in the front. This is immersion therapy. This is how I get over my fear of balding. Let's spread out the wings. And then double chin. There we go. And see, now I'm not insecure about it anymore. They're bigger than me. What if they drill me? That's not what I said. I might be stupid, but it does look good. You're not stupid. And thank you. That's a nice opinion. The widow's peak is sick as hell. Oh my god, I can't wait till I get a wife and then she dies, and then I could say, the widow... No. That's so fucked up. I've never been more attracted to you. Yeah, nothing really gets the gears going than a triple chin and whatever that hairstyle was. Your exact quote was, "They're bigger than me. What if they pin me down and drill me into the house?" I do think I said that. You're right. I can't wait for my wife to die. Kunkin Dassner. That's not my best quote. Kunk wife. Is that anything? Draw a hairline with a Sharpie. Tattoo! Oh my god, hairline tattoo? Hairline tattoo at 150K on YouTube. Oh shit. Oh my god. This is supposed to be a short stream. I gotta get gaming. I gotta get gaming. Where's the, Alright. I am going to play Night Rain. I don't know how many, From Software gamers we have in the chat, but Elden Ring, Dark Souls, I hate them. I love playing them. I hate them. No Horsies, not this time. No Ashen yet again, not this time. I want to stream more regularly, and by not doing those, I'm pressuring myself. Are you excited for the foam on your headphones to rub on your scalp? Did you read my mind? Where is... the hell is this? Why is it white? Me looking in the mirror. Why is it off center? Oh my god. Oh, it's so loud. You should wear a wife beater to complete the look. Just use over ear. They're better that way. Also, what horsey game? The umusumume. Whatever. You gotta lower the channel point reward costs. If I stream more often, then I won't have to. Wife beater, I hardly know her. I shouldn't even laugh at that. Anyway, this game, it's, I don't know. You'll see. Uma Musume. You're right. Thank you. You're right. Citric. You're right always, and I should have known. Thank you. Thank you for having me back. Yay, Uma Musume. I've been so addicted. I have the VOD up from when I played last. And after this stream, after Ashen, maybe before, we'll go back to it. Kung was also addicted. Addicted's a strong word. Doesn't Elden Ring have a horse in it? It does. This one does not, though. So you can pick a character. You have 3 teammates, or you have 2 teammates. I'm going to be the bird. You have like 3 in-game days to train and then fight a really big... It's like a boss fight simulator. It's fun and I love it. Fun fact, they're based on real horses. They are. That is still crazy to me. Do your best bird squawk. I'll do it off camera. Nope, that was really bad. Did you guys hear that? Who said that? Okay. So, what we want to do... I don't know. I'm so bad at this game. I love it so much, but I'm not good at it. You get points for every enemy you defeat. So the point is, with your teammates, you're trying to kill as many things as you can, get stronger, work together. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. So this is just Fortnite. No. I played Dark Souls on stream, right? I did. Yeah, this is just Fortnite Dark Souls. There's no fall damage, thank God. I should have said that. But I always like to pretend that my teammates will always know better than me. So I'm just going to follow them and be a team player. Okay, first boss fight. Oh, protect the team. My role, because I got the big ol' shield, is to keep the guy's attention and have him attack me. Alright, they killed him. I didn't help that much. Oh, thank you. How do I equip that? There we go. But yeah, I like this game because I like helping people. I like being useful and feeling like I'm contributing. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm losing. I'm out of here. Why is my teammate named Ladyboy? I just realized that. It's a funny name. I don't know why a parent would pick that right when their child gets born. It's like, what's the gender? I don't know. Cover both sides. I'm gonna eat chat. This is making me miss Final Fantasy. Really? Oh, they killed the boss. I'm just not helping this team. But you know what? I'm here, and that's half the battle. Why is everyone in chat vaguely green? Are you guys green right now? You gotta tell me if you're greening. Everyone's talking about Uma Sumume. Oh my god. Alright. Gotta fight the big guy. If there was voice chat, would you act like the bird you're playing as? Yes. I would be like, flock together! Brah! Brah! I'd like switch between like an eagle cry and then like a chicken. Like bark 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 bark. And then everyone would get super annoyed with me, and then I'd bring the team down. I gotta focus. I can't be playing a boss fight simulator and then be making chicken noises with chat. You'd get banned in 3 minutes. See, that's not fair. Why do they get to ban people for having fun? Uh-oh. Drink. Block, block, block. Exactly. Oh boy. Alright, finisher move. Look at my bird. That guy's freaky. Why is the commentary just my subconscious? That's every stream. Successive attacks restore HP. Harry Potter? Cluck, and I cannot stress this enough. Cluck. Okay, that's not better. I should drop that. I should drop that. I should move that there. Jesus, my team is so far ahead. Uh-oh. Alright, Ladyboy pissed off a big boss. So, that's awesome. It's Elder Lion, the bald streamer. Not funny. Okay, alright. Just gotta draw his attention. Alright. Almost there. There we go. Teamwork. Can you get a wizard road and a half? I'll work on it. Duncan is playing as an eagle. You can probably find a wizard costume. Wait up, guys. I wish there was proximity chat. I want to talk to these guys and be like, I love you. Classic ladyboy maneuver. I'm not going to start saying that, just in case someone clips me out of context, but that's very funny. Where are we going? Hey guys, I feel bad because I'm the one with the shield and yet I'm always in the rear. Oh. I don't want to fight a boss by myself. Some people in this game can do that, I cannot. No, ugh. I'm a bad teammate. I need to draw his attention. I'm Mr. Shields. I'm Mr. Shields. He should be attacking me. What? Who are we fighting? Oh. Why isn't he looking at me? He's attacking the other guys. Okay, we pissed off 2 of them. Imagine the amount of slurs getting hurled at you for imitating birds. Yeah, gamers aren't really, whimsical. They're not big on bits. Did we beat him? We beat him. Good job, guys. I love you. Yeah, maybe it's good that there is no voice chat. I'm gonna follow Ladyboy. I trust they know what they're doing. I sure don't. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's right. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I want your attention. No, no, no. Over here. Over here. Oh boy. It's bedtime. Good night. Good night, Ashes a Himbo. Good talking with you. Boosts HP restoration. I'll take that. Okay. Wow. Ladyboy knows exactly... Oh. Oh, I should have mentioned that. In order to revive your teammates, you need to beat the hell out of them. You know what? I'm not good at this game. I'm just realizing. It's fun, but it's probably not the right game to showcase online. Because now you all just know me for talking about birds. Hey, did you catch Kunkin streaming Night Rain? Yeah, he made a bunch of chicken noises. That's not the reaction I want. I want people to be like, yeah, he was awesome. Yeah, he was great. Oh man, he kicked ass. I haven't seen anyone play the game better than him. He should go pro. My father is an esports commentator. I should recommend him for the job. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh, he got me. Somebody kill him. Thank you, Ladyboy. The issue with horse game is due to the roguelike nature, you can't really be good at it at first. I was pretty damn good at it. I don't know. My issue with the horse game is that it feels like you would have to stream it a lot in order to, like, get anywhere. It seems like a long... It's an investment game, you know what I mean? This is more of like a roguelike, right? It's like the same process every time, but you can make different choices. So it's easy to like play around and then move on. But that's the thing. I want to play more games where like there's more progression. But until I can regularly stream, I feel bad like starting something. I really thought getting a job would make it easier to stream, but boy, I am just ooh, Lagosty. Hi, gaze. Where did my teammates go? Oh. Welcome to the stream, Lagosty. You missed us talking about me balding. Why did I jump? Oh my god, why did I do that? Okay, I don't want to fight that giant thing over there. I'm gonna try to run around it. Thank you, Kunkachak, for providing a distraction and spiraling about my top surgery tomorrow. Oh my goodness, congratulations. Oh, top of the surgery to you. Anyway, congratulations. That's exciting. Can you stop repeating what's essentially a slur every 30 seconds? Oh, is there a slur happening? Mods, check if that slur is happening on purpose. Oh my god. Oh, that's a big dog. That is a big, fucked up dog. Oh my goodness. Is it really? Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, every time I've heard it, it's been a slur then. Alright. In that case... yeah, let's avoid saying that then. Man, now... now, why would anyone make their username that? Ugh. I don't know what I thought the slur was and not that. It's more complicated than that, but essentially yes. God. Man. Some people can reclaim it. Okay, but that doesn't change what it is. Yeah. It's complicated, but I do not trust this random gamer to not be using it as a slur. That's a good point. You know, I always want to assume the best, but maybe that's not the way to do it here. And I guess I don't know how to check. So let's hope this person is reclaiming it, but in the meantime, let's not say anything about them to be safe. Tit of the morning to you. Is that anything? I don't know. Top of the tit? In the meantime, stop saying it, lol. Agreed. When in doubt, don't say it. We should call them Brian. Who? Oh, what was it? That reminded me of something, and then I forgot. I'm not good at multitasking. I shouldn't stream and try to talk about... oh, man. They want to fight the big thing. Well, I'll tell you what. Brian Lump. Why does that sound like a TV show? Like, I don't know, like a 2015 TV show about, like, psychiatry. Like, Brian Lump, only on TBS. Oh boy. Yeah. And the whole team's dead. It's not possible to reclaim transphobic language until some measure of equity and justice has been achieved. That is a very good point. What game even is this? This is Night Rain. I thought it would be fun. And then we ran across a gamer using a slur. But a really cool feature of this game is that if you leave, it penalizes you. So I have to intentionally wait until we lose. I'm a bird, by the way. Check that. Uh-oh. Good night, everyone. I'm going to bed. Good night, buddy 27. I hope you have 27 good dreams. Okay, they left. Bye, buddy. What's your favorite bird? The grackle. You know what? Well, multiplayer games are all bad. That's my hot take of the day. All multiplayer games? What about the social element? I'm scared. Can we go horses now? You know what? Yeah, I'll incur the penalty. Failed experiment. Oh, I hate the penalty. All right, let me re-download the horse game. God damn it. Apparently everyone's talking about it. I really thought that would be a one and done thing. I should have waited until it was not as popular. Oh well. Okay, you. Do you get shot in the legs next time you play or what? Yeah. They run up to you and they push you. I have been absolutely addicted to the Borb subreddit. Oh, birds. Hi, Lagosty, big fan. Lagosty's a cool mod. Top 5, for sure. I don't care for Job. Alright. Here we goddamn go, I guess. Why is it frozen? Full screen. Okay. It's too much. It's... Did it delete my... What is happening? Did it delete my save? I swear to God, if we have to start over... This is insane. Oh wait, nope. Hold on. Yeah. This is crazy. It's too much. I thought this game was horses. Lagosty, I got bad news for you. Those are the horses. Download times may be affected by your network conditions. Sorry, I'm not rich and can afford 5Gs. Kunk, don't say anything. It's probably not making good content. Is Special Week in Rice Shower still alive? Rice Shower, that's right. I was trying to remember. Do they also die immediately if they break their leg? Sorry, that was dark. All I know is that they go nuts for apples and sugar cubes. And also they treat you... Okay, so the horse I adopted kept calling me Big Brother. but like there were some like kind of weird situations. There's a VOD. There's a VOD up. It's creepy, but you can watch the VOD. Well, fuck, I'd also go nuts for apples and sugar cubes if I were a horse. I'm a former horse girl. Reformed horse girl. Refarmed. I don't know how many more times I can watch this. I swear to God, if it resets all my progress and then we have to go through that 3-hour tutorial one more time, I think we should pelt Gunkin with apples and sugar cubes. I'd eat them right out of the air. Love apples. What the hell's happening? I didn't do that. Oh. What is happening? I didn't gamble yet. Skip. 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 There she is. There's Rice Shower. Tomorrow you'll get this. How exciting. No, I won't. I've unlocked new story episodes. Thank you for your hard work, big brother. I'm sorry for making you work so late. I'll try harder too. I forgot how negative she was. Oh, she's goth. This is a real horse. Why does this look like a poorly ported mobile game? I got news. What voice did I give her? Drill Sergeant. Greetings and once again welcome to Tracing Academy. Inspiring. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your illustrious efforts in the Umasamume in your care. Skip. Oh no, I hit the skip button. Just do a deep growl for all the horse girls. That's... I gave them all unique voices last time, and now I don't remember any of them. Oh, trainer, thank you for coming. Greetings, this is the Umasamume Archive, where records of your trainees' careers are stored. Do your best horse impression. Alright, everyone ignore I did that. All these days you spend getting to know each other, the days you spend training, the more memories you make, the higher your archive level will become. I hit the skip button again. What the hell? That's crazy. I don't know what's happening. Urara is always working hard with a smile on her face. What? This music is crazy. I can't hear myself think. You know what? How do we start a race? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Do you want to hang out with me? Let's have lots of fun. Never mind. Okay, main story. Close. How do I race with my horse? Career. Here we go. Resume. Now we're working on it. In career, the... Okay, training. Why is it giving me the tutorial again? Is it because I've re-downloaded it? Okay, so my horse studied at school. Oh wait, I have heard of the anime. I was just at an anime convention last weekend. Wow. Social butterfly. I'm jealous. I want to go to a convention. Oh, hang on. After training, Rice Shower talks with Silent Suzuka. It seems that Rice Shower has gained something. Gained 1 hint level for frontrunner straightaways. No cheating! No hints. No... Is my horse cheating? One afternoon, while getting ready for training with Rice Shower. Knock knock. Who's there? Who the fuck is that? Sorry, I gotta give this a new voice. Excuse me, are you Trainer Kunkin? May I ask your name? I'm terribly sorry. I should have introduced myself. I'm a reporter for Twinkle Monthly. Wait, that's right. This is the reporter. I'm streaming here. Jesus. I hate car-centric cities. My name is Etsuko Otanashi. I was looking for trainers to write about, and Director Akikawa mentioned your name specifically. I'll do my best not to interfere with your training. I'll look forward to working with you. This is the first I'm hearing of any interview, but Otanashi's polite and sincere attitude puts me at ease. Also, she's cute. No. That was the police knocking. The real Silent Suzuka was shot after he broke his leg? That is what happens to racehorses, I guess. It's a pleasure. Thank you for agreeing to take part. Let's get into it, shall we? As I'm sure you're aware, the launch of the Ura finale has taken the racing world by storm. Could you tell us how that's affected you and your trainees' outlook? It's true. Oh, that there have been big changes, but ever since the day I decided to walk with Rice Shower, my convictions have always stayed the same. Ow! Kunkin is twink-phobic. What the hell? Don't spread that rumor. I will keep supporting her so she can achieve her dreams. Where's the other option for I hate my horse? I'm not going to click that, but like, I should have the option to. I see. In other words, you can train... You'll read that message, but not the one about me getting heat stroke? I'm distracted. There's a horse reporter talking to me. Oh, our car battery... Car battery? Our car battery died in the parking garage while we were trying to leave, and I got heat stroke while dressed as Dutch Vanderlinde. It was a whole thing. Well, I'm sorry you got heat stroke. It's pretty hot here too, though, so I get it. Kunkin loves twinks. He looks them up all the time. Don't spread that rumor either. Alright. This stream plus chat is sensory overload. We're popping off tonight for some reason. It's crazy. Anyway. To help my Umasumume achieve her dreams. That's... Yes? That's simply amazing. This is not a very professional reporter. To help your trainee Umasumume achieve her dreams. That's what you said, no? No. Then I'm sure you must be willing to take on any burden with a smile. Almost 1 hour into the stream and not a single word about the video. I forgot about that. Training whenever and whenever, wherever and whenever whenever and when, training whenever and whenever, training wherever and wherever, training whenever and whenever and when, training where... Ah, what devotion. I'm so moved. I never said that. Splendid. I see the interview has started. What do you think? Quite the talented trainer, no? Absolutely. This is only our first meeting, but I've been practically moved to tears. What? She's wearing a horseshoe necklace. Is she a horse? How many of these people are horses? It takes a special trainer to be willing to plunge them into a hurricane for their trainee. Okay, I really don't remember saying that. Wonderful! That's a prospective star Umasamume trainer for you. I've been keeping a close eye on your I'm gonna lose my voice. There we go. I feel like I can try really hard today. Leave it to me, big brother. I'm not your brother, horse. Anyway. Okay, let's train. Stamina. Go for it. My horse is swimming. My horse went swimming, and apparently that's good. Oh. After training, Rice Shower talks with Special Week. It seems that Rice Shower has gained something. Hydrate? Did my horse just learn how to drink water? The words for big sibling are different in Japanese. It makes sense in context, I promise. Alright, that's good. I trust you. Is this today's training regimen? How interesting. Come now, enough with your games. This can't be the real plan, can it? I know you must be hiding some magnificent scheme that you sacrificed everything to develop. What the hell is this lady's problem? Well, it seems like I still have a ways to go. Stamina went up by 2. Friendship went up by 7. I don't know how that happened. Okay. What is happening? Oh, we can race. Yeah, we're gonna race. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna race. The favorite is number 2. Oh. Alright, I don't think I have to press anything, so let's sit back and watch my rice horse win. Racehorse. Rice Shower. Alright everyone, start gambling. Cosmos Show. I don't know what that means. Okay. Where's my horse? Where's Rice? Where's my sister horse? There she is. You got this, Rice. Okay, go. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. We're in 4th. Rice? Oh, we're in 5th now. Rice? Rice, this is not good. Where's that energy? Rice, please. Look at her. Oh, Rice. Oh, this is not good. Did I push you too far? Where's that energy reserve? She's using her ult in the last 5 seconds. That's true. Oh, but look at that. She's not going to be close enough. Oh my god, Rice. Please don't let me down. We're over halfway, Rice. Straight descent. Is that good? Oh! Is that good? Is that good? Is that good? Oh, that is good. Look at that, we're closing. Rice. Oh, we went up one. Come on, Rice. Third. Rice, I goddamn believe in you. Come on. Oh, come on, Rice. Rice, oh my god. Come on, please. Please, special reserves. Unlock it. Unlock those special reserves. Second. You know what? I'll take that. That's crazy. God, Rice, your ass. She's she did her best, and oh my god, she started in 5th. So imagine showing this stream to the inventor of the camera. Fuck that. Imagine trying to explain this stream to your parents. What would I tell my dad I'm doing? Well, I know I gave it my all, but I want to win next time. Or is that asking too much? Hee hee. Be happy with the place you got. You did great. Thank you. I think I was able to do so well because you're with me. Alright, easy. I'm useless by myself. Oh my god. My mom is just across the room. I can show her the stream right now. Do not do that. Do not do that. Considering the first ever technically movie was about a racehorse. Okay, movie or moving picture? So let's start practicing for the next... Energy went down by 20! Oh, it's because we raced. I thought I fucked up somewhere. One day, I passed by an arcade downtown to find... Today's the day. I'm gonna win that ice cream cushion. I really shouldn't be here then. What? Why is that? It's always more fun when you're around, Rice. I want to do it together. I hate the tails. Look at the tails swishing. I'll just bring you misfortune again? Why is my horse a goddamn Charlie Brown negative downer? Same difference, Kunkin. Everyone knows we went to film school together. You can't flex on me. You're scaring me, I'll have you know. Remember our lunch today? Our food got stolen by a stray cat. What? Oh yeah, that was so funny. We got to eat and play with the cat at the same time. Okay, I'll handle the claw. You stand next to me and tell me what to do, and go. What? You want me to, I'll try. Grr, I thought I had it just now. Next time, I'll get it for surezies? Urara, you only have enough money for one more try. You were trying so hard too. If only there was something I could do. Whoa, a blackout. What does this have to do with horses? Ah, not right on your last try. It must be because I'm here. God damn it, Rice. Oh, the lights are back on. Oh wow, look, Rice, the claw's super fast now. It may be due to the sudden power outage, but the claw machine's arm is moving around with incredible speed. I don't think that's a thing. My apologies, it seems to be malfunctioning. I'll fix it at once. Hee hee, that employee's gonna give us the cushion. I think he said it was an apology. I think he said it was an apology because there are bugs in the machine. What? I'm the one who caused you trouble. God damn this horse. There could be a meteor strike, and my goddamn horse would be like, I'm sorry. It must be because I'm so bad at everything. It's so annoying when you're so negative. No one be overly negative if you have to get any lesson from this. Oh, Saf.exe, hello. Hello, Saf. Welcome to the horse game stream. Lugosi, I say Scherzies. Scherzies is... You do not say Scherzies. Do you really? How construction going? Bad. They're loud as hell. But not right now, thank goodness. This contributed to Rice Shower's growth. How? Energy recovered by 10. Friendship did not go up. I won her an ice cream thing and we're not friends. It's okay, you can bully me. I do it to you all the time. I can't bully you. You can bully me, because there's plenty of material. I'm a very bullyable boy. You know what? Go swimming again. Horse. What did you expect? You called her Charlie Brown. Maybe enroll Rice Shower in creative writing instead of horsing around. Energy went down by 19. Bravo! Oh, I don't want to do that voice. Oh. It's such a nice day, but I... One day off. I find Rice Shower walking through the park looking defeated. Did something happen? Oh, big brother. It's no big deal, but I came here because I wanted to sketch the scenery, but I forgot my sketchbook. That's like the one thing you need. Horse? I thought I'd just buy a new one, but they're sold out everywhere I go. Depressed, Rice Shower stares listlessly at the sun's beautiful reflection on the water. Mood went down. Power went down. What the hell was that? I didn't even have an option to, like... Alright, recover energy. Thanks for the break, big brother. Want to know what I did? I went to a flower shop. Kunkin, did you go to DashCon too? No, I did not. I wish I could have. But oh goodness. That would have been fun. She's so Arthur Morgan coded. I'm gonna need you to break that down for me. It was nice and cool inside, and I was surrounded by flowers. Likely place for them to be, Rice. It was so calming. Hee hee. For some reason, I feel like I can go all out today on today's training. Energy recovered by 49. 49! While training with Rice Shower on the ramped track... Bourbon! 1 draws, 2 sad, 3 blames herself for everything, 4 horse. That's a much more comprehensive list than I was expecting. Yeah, okay. Red Dead Redemption Rice. Red Dead Rice Demption. Rice Dead Redemption. Pretend I said the funniest one of those. We notice Mihono Bourbon silently running along the same course. Her speed and strength are incredible. Oh, no. Just like when she's in a real race. Warm-up complete. Checking vital signs. No abnormalities detected. Wow, she barely broke a sweat even after running like that. Rice Shower might be able to learn something from Mihono Bourbon's running style. How about we go ask about her training regimen? Huh? Are we allowed to do that? What the hell is... Sure, think of it as another part of training. Right, I do want to run like that after all. Rice Shower collects herself and goes to speak to Mihono Bourbon. You were incredible back there. Do you always run like that? Oh, Kunkin, your creative and well-written jokes just make my belly ache from all the laughing. Thank you. Why did I don't know why, but I read that sarcastic. I hope you mean it. That was merely a warm-up. Today's primary training begins now. A warm-up? You were just getting started? Commencing weighted ramp training preparation. Attaching weights to designated areas. Mihono Bourbon suddenly begins attaching massive weight to her ankle, like Naruto! You're going to run the ramped track with... Here we go. Am I making good progress? Hi Kunkin / sarcastic? Or no, wait, serious. Or no. Hi Gooksy. Shall we train, big brother? Alright, fine. Power. Oh, I upgraded. Hi Kunkin / unsure. There was a button with the word skip on it. You can use it. Oh. My mic was in the way. After training, Rice Shower talks with Tokai Teo. / SRS is serious. That's what I thought, yeah. It seems like Rice Trainer has gained some... What's /S then? Is it embarrassing that I don't know these things? Yes. Let's do another race. Ooh. Are you feeling okay? Huh? I'm fine. I'm just a little nervous. But I'm okay now. Talking to you has calmed me down. We didn't talk. I'm going to do my absolute best, so don't take your eyes off me. Sarcastic. Oh. Kunkin tried to kill me once. Saf, I would never try and kill you. I don't even know how I would do that. Wit went up by 5. The favorite is number 8, Rice Shower. She's not about to lose here. Good to know. Alright. Come on, horse. /J is joking. That's true. Alright. Time for my horse to win. Come on, Rice. There we go. Alright. Third. Okay, first. Wow, that was fast. Okay, no, wait. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? Oh my god! I fell into third. Come on, Rice. Oh my god, fourth. Rice. Okay, alright, we're fighting for third. Rush. Is that good? Oh my god, they look like... they look like they're inside each other. Why do horses human? Saf, I wish I could tell you. Okay, wait, we're in second. But now we're about to be in third again? Don't say that. I know, it sounded... I regretted it as soon as I said it. Oh wait, I'm in first... When did I get in first? Goddamn, Rice. Oh my god, look at Rice! She seems a little rushed. I hope she can get a chance to breathe. What is that foreshadowing? Oh, come on, Rice. Rice. Don't let him close. Don't let him close, Rice. That's my horse. Can you show us your tail? I don't have a tail. I'm not a horse. Rice shower sweep. I can't help but feel a little proud. You know? Which is weird. I did it. I did it, big brother. I won. We're not related. That's right, you did. Hold your head up high. Hold my head up? Ahem. How's this? Am I doing it right? Do I need to sign this horse up for, like, a confidence class? I'm proud of you. You're proud of me? That's kind of... What the fuck? What? But it also makes me happy to hear you say that. I'm happy but embarrassed. I don't know what to think. She looks so punchable. Not Zufty, that's a horse. Slash girl. Noodle bath. Harry James Miller. God damn it. God damn it. Harry James... My coworker, my peer, someone I'm inspired by, is now watching me play the horse game. That's such bad timing. Energy went down by 15. Guts went up by 5. Skill went up by 33. Hi, Harry. Get the hell out of here. Someone who hasn't uploaded a YouTube video in months. Well, say, yeah, we can take a break. Something about resting up. You're still a we're still YouTubers. Right? The low confidence runs in the family. Excuse me? You know what? We gotta rest. Thanks for the break, big brother. Okay, flower shop thing again. There we go. Training. Power. I'm not doing that voice. Alright. This. Okay, I will leave you to your horse gaming, but always happy to be a coworker over your shoulder. Godspeed, fellow peer. Good luck. Shall we train Big Brother? This. I'm not doing... Nope. Get the hell out of here. Oh, here we go. I dropped by the park to take a breather from work. When? I've got a change-up coming at you next. Hup. Schwip thwack. Nice. Looks like I'm getting the hang of it. I'm loving these pitches of yours. This match is as good as yours. Oh, this match is as good as yours. The younger students are gonna love this. You'll be so cool in their eyes. Man, I'm already jealous. I can't tell if I'm disassociating or if this game is just bizarre. Definitely this game is bizarre. It's... like, I feel like I'm drunk whenever I play this. Aha, me? I don't know. Everyone was cheering me on in my last race, but I still lost. I'm not as cool as they make me out to be. But Ryan... Hey, wipe that worried look off your face. I don't plan on throwing in the towel. I've been doing twice as many sets at the gym to make up for it. Who are these people? I don't know. Where's Rice? Where's my daughter, sister, horse girl? This contributed to Rice Shower's growth. Don't horses flap their tails around so much when there are a bunch of flies near them? Yes. I made that joke last time. They're just beating away the horse flies. Okay, we gotta rest again. Yeah, flowers. The challenge of the classics begins this year. I decided to watch some TV to see what our competition looks like. We have quite an interesting lineup for the classics this year. We have the peerless Sakura Bakushin O in the sprints. Rice Shower has also announced her intentions to compete, but there's no way she can beat Mihono Bourbon. What the hell? This fucking TV doesn't think my rice can beat Bourbon. It sounds like Mihono Bourbon is leagues ahead of the racers he debuted last year. Hi, big brother. Rice? Yeah, it's me. Hehe. I wanted to come and wish you a happy new year. Am I interrupting something? What the hell is going on? Not at all. Ah, that's good. Hehe. Anyway, I talked to Urara this morning. She said she was going to make a New Year's resolution. And then she asked if resolutions are yummy. Am I drunk? What is happening? Anyway, I was hoping that we could make our resolution for this year together. Okay. My relationship with Rice is strictly professional, and I feel like she's pushing the boundaries. Unless you don't want to. Let's do it. Yay! Now what should my goal be? What about you? What's your goal for this year? To make you a racer worthy of competing against Bourbon. Big brother. Actually, is it okay if I make my goal the same as yours? Definitely. Hehe, then it's decided. Unless you don't want to, gives you a single romance. That's what I'm saying. Oh god, horse girl romance? I don't think this is a romance game. I really hope it isn't, because I feel like the coach/trainee relationship won't translate. Especially because also they're horses. Are you gonna kiss the horse? I'm not gonna kiss the horse. She might ask, but I'm gonna say no. I'm not crossing that boundary. Hehe, then it's decided. I'm going to do my best to achieve our goal. That's what I like to hear. Right, I might not do well at first, but I won't ever give up. With that, Rice Shower makes a new vow. And then she got 10 guts. Love how went first to coach and trainee instead of human and animal. Well, obviously, human and animal is more important. Whatever. I'm looking forward to working with you today. Hell yeah, baby. Energy went down by 22. Friendship with Etsuko Otanashi went up by 2. Oh god damn it, this reporter again. Is this today's training regimen? How interesting. Come now, enough with your games. This can't be the real plan, can it? Are you going to inject your horse with steroids? This report is weird. Oh! Today, Rice showers in her signature racewear for an interview. A Victorian goth dress. She's currently on standby. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Breaths. In and out. Nervous? A little. But I got the questions beforehand and was able to practice my answers, so I'll be okay. She's still speaking when the interviewer runs over towards us in a panic. Excuse me, Rice Shower, I'm so sorry, but yes? The questions we sent you before were actually intended for a different interviewer. There was some kind of mix-up and they were given to you by mistake. Oh, what? You have my sincerest apologies. I understand you've prepared an answer for this question. What should you do? Do you have to cancel? What is... No. Even the interview staff look troubled. I'm also thinking about what you do when... Actually, you can ask me whatever you want. Even questions I didn't prepare for are okay. Yeah, Rice. Rice! If I can answer, then I will. Really? If you're sure, that would really help us out. If that's okay with you, then please let her do the interview. Why am I giving my permission for my horse to do a TV interview? Big brother. Well, as long as you're both okay with it, thank you. Truly thank you. Shall we get started then? Yes. Rice Shower answers the questions confidently, and the interview goes off without a hitch. How did I do, big brother? You were spectacular. Hee. I got so much courage from wearing these clothes during... You wear these clothes all the time. They supported you, huh? Don't talk about clothing support. Yeah, but it's not just the clothes. What supported me the most and giving me the most courage is you, big brother. She cracks a small, happy smile. Guts went up by 10. Goodness. Why can't you choose if you're an animal or not? I think I'm a coach. I'd love to be an alligator training horses. Also, I need to warn Kunkin of something, but I don't know how to obtain the proper attention. You have my attention. What do you need to warn me about? Yeah, it's more like an older but not a parent. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think Big Brother is like a term of affection at least. I think do not the super creek. It will break you, I think. Oh. The super creek. I don't want to be broken. That made me scared. Kunkin, be careful of the yellow car. Okay. Oh, they're lesbianese. Marvelous. Oh, I spot Rice Shower in the plaza holding her head, looking pained. It's probably the hat. Oh, big brother, don't worry, it's nothing. Doesn't look like nothing. That's... To be honest, I've had a headache since this morning, but I don't think it's a cold or anything. I'm sure it'll get better soon, so don't worry. Ow. It looks like Rice Shower's headache is really bothering her. I wish there was something I could do. Oh well. Mood went down. Wait, so there wasn't anything I could do? God damn this game. Yawn. Not getting enough sleep? Uh-oh. This just got relatable. Eep. Oh, it's just you, big brother. Actually, I read a scary book before going to bed last night. Then I kept thinking about which direction the plushies on my desk were facing and how loudly the clock was ticking. What? Then everything started to bother me and I couldn't sleep at all. It looks like Rice Shower is sleep deprived. Is that just RNG? Did I get unlucky? Okay, we got 2 turns left before the big race. Speed. That's just my horse working at the gym. Oh. Trainer Kunkin, rice shower. Nice work out there. I learned so much watching you two train. The trust you have in each other is especially amazing. I don't trust rice. Joe Biden, OMG, I forgot I was a VIP here. Because you lost a bet. Yeah. You're a very important person. Ah, sorry to hold you up when you must be tired. I'll see you later. Wit went up by 3. What? Oh, here we are. Rice Shower and I are doing a routine check on the comfort of her signature racewear. I don't want to talk about the comfort of my horse girl's clothing. Can I abstain? She seems somewhat distracted throughout. What I shouldn't say that I don't know how old these characters are. That's another thing, Lagosti. You're right. I don't know how to even comment on this. Because I don't think they're children. But I don't know. While I'm a bit concerned, I focus my attention on our training schedule for the next few days until I catch sight of Rice Shower outside the window. Is my horse spying on me? Confused, I rush out of my office and chase after her. And then the roses and all the visitors in the garden. She's reading a picture book out loud to herself. If it's a picture... I'm so sleepy, Joe Biden. I'm about to watch some ASMR, but I wanted to say hi and I hope you're doing well and thought your most recent video was excellent. Thank you so much, Joe Biden. I appreciate you saying so. It goes a long way. Now go sleep. Don't watch this. Don't watch this horse game. Go put on that ASMR and rest up. First mention of the video I'll stream. I forgot, alright? I forgot real bad. You all got me distracted. What are you doing out so late? Big brother? I can't stop thinking. Tread lightly, Rice. Where are we going with this? Is it really okay for me to wear those clothes? Do I really deserve them? What is happening? Your signature racewear? Yes, the dress has a picture book motif, right? What? So I figured if I read this picture... Is this a Dobby situation? Master has given Rice Shower a book. Maybe I'd stop having those thoughts. You don't have to bear this alone. That just shows how much you like your signature racewear. Yeah. After all, I only have this dream because of you. Alright. Easy. We poured my dream and my favorite book into those clothes. So I want to wear them, and I want to win. Wah, hick. I don't want to lose. But that's all I can think about, and I hate it so much. Tell her, don't be depressed. Hey, Rice, have you tried bucking up a little? That's so horrible. Your racewear will respond to your feelings, you know. I mean, that's an okay motivation thing to say, but, don't say it like she should have already gotten that. It will? How? Looking around for a way to explain what I mean, my eyes settle on the picture book she's holding. Sorry, can I borrow that for a second? I eat the book. Huh? Sure. I take the book and flip through the pages until I find the passage I want to show her. Don't cry, says Big Brother. Don't forget your own heart, he says gently. Did I write this book? Why is Big Brother in the book? As long as you hold on to your wish for everyone to be happy, your feelings will certainly reach them. Just like they reached me. Big Brother smiles. Is this the Bible? It's 1984. You're committing a thought crime, says Big Brother. My feelings will reach them. And they'll certainly reach your racewear, too. I don't like commenting on women's clothing. I'm sorry if that makes me woke. Also, it's a Victorian dress, and I don't think a horse in a Victorian dress. You know what? That's really funny, and I distracted myself because I started thinking about a real horse. You know what? Whatever the VOD thumbnail of this turns out to be, I'm going to try to Photoshop a Victorian dress onto a horse. You'll see. I'll try. I'm going to trust my heart. It looks like Rice Shower is feeling more confident. Oh, and she got 20 power out of it. 1 turn left. Gotta rest up. Thanks for the big... Okay, flower shop thing. You go to the flower shop every time. Ooh, okay. I just woke up. Are you still at the horse dating game? Haha! I mean, horse racing. Remember to skills, Conk. Skills? Uh-oh. If a horse wore a Victorian dress, would she wear it like this or this? That meme. Oh my god. Yes, okay. I am turning the horse game off after this race, though. Because this was supposed to be a short stream. And then you all... Alright. As I head inside... Ah, Trainer Kunkin. Just as I thought. Emergency. Both of you. I bet... Oh. God damn it. Emergency! Both of you, I beg you, help me! Huh? Please calm down, Director. First of all, could you tell us what's going on? Regret! Even after I made that grand announcement and asked the media to promote the Ura finale. Unfortunately, the Ura finale is still not widely known among the general public. Thusly, we must find some way to communicate its appeal and generate some excitement. I understand how you feel, Director. I'd be delighted to help you find a solution. But what could we do? Excellent question. That's why I have you two exceptional trainees here. Now drop and give me 50. I wish for you to participate in an event aimed at promoting the Ura finale and the hard-working Umasamume are hoping to take part in it. Okay, also another lore question. Are there any male horse people? Not that I've seen. Interpret that how you will. The Ura Finale Commemorative Festival. I see, so what will this festival consist of? Well, that's the thing. I was so preoccupied with setting up a... Oh no, I skipped... Oh my goodness. For starters, we put our heads together and discuss what types of event we want to hold. It's a lesbian world. Apologies, I'm causing you so much trouble. Ahaha, this was definitely a surprise. But I'm not about to give up on the event. Meek has her heart setting on becoming the first finale champion. I can't let our efforts go to waste. As the trainer of another Umasamume who's working equally hard, I feel the same. I'll help too. Gratitude! Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I knew you wouldn't let me down. To business, what do we think the event should entail? If we're looking to attract attendees. Panels done by the Umasamume and mini concerts tend to the usual go-tos. That's a lot to ask of them. It is, not to mention that it needs to be focused on training. Is there anything we do this to 2 of us? Just us? Surely not. Eureka! I have an idea! We want to convey just how to and there's something we gotta do whatever all you should do. God damn it. On the day of the festival, why Trainer Kunkin and Trainer Kuyin, good morning. Rest assured, today's event is going to receive extensive coverage in Twinkle Monthly and Fox News. Although, if you don't mind me asking, where are your trainees? I was certain they would be here. I'm afraid it's just the two of us, but not to worry, you won't be disappointed. Today, we want to tell you about the racers who are working hard to earn a spot in the URA finale. As the trainers who watch them from the sidelines, we can share a side of the story that nobody, not even our trainees, can share. We'll do our best on their behalf. Oh, why, that's simply amazing! To put your hardworking trainees first, even at this event, such devotion. I see, Uma and Muma need rest too, so you're working hard in their place. Not only are you giving us an enticing, never-before-seen glimpse of the sweat-stained effort of their daily lives. I closed my eyes because I'm sleepy and I can't help picturing Alex Jones. We're gonna put on the best race we can, and the Democrats are gonna put chemicals in the water. Wait, what? Say no more. I'll make sure our readers fully understand how deep your dedication runs. I know, why don't I host? When it comes to warming up a crowd, I'm a professional. Okay, you said you're sleepy. We're ending this soon, and you'll go to sleep soon. Everyone goes to sleep soon. They're turning the frickin' horses gay. The deep state is working hard, working overtime, in order to poison our horses. I hope you're watching, everyone. Okay. Alright, it's time to race. I hope we win. Oh, whoops. I forgot to turn off the speed. I don't want chemicals in my apples. Alright, you know what? I'm confident. I think Rice got this. Yeah, Rice got this. I believe in you, Rice. I believe in my Rice. You forgot the skills, Kunk. Oh no. Did I just send my horse out to die? No, Rice has got this. Rice doesn't need skill points. Oh my god, oh no, oh, that's bad. That's a rough start. Oh boy, alright. You know what? No, we got this. She's gonna break her leg and you're gonna have to shoot her. Don't put that out there. Come on, Rice. I believe in you, Rice. I believe in my Rice. Eat an entire apple in front of her as punishment. I should be punished. I forgot to give her the skills. Oh, I think we're about to fall into fourth. That bourbon horse is crushing us. Oh my god. This is going to be her villain origin story. Oh my god, Rice, come on. Second. Come on, Rice. Steamed rice. Steam that rice. You know what, we're not going to beat Bourbon, but look at that, second place. I'm proud of my Rice. Check that out. She didn't even need the skills. Who cares that Bourbon beat us? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about Bourbon. Good job, Rice. Victory was this close to being yours, but the results will serve as good experience for the next race. It's fine. I'm proud of you, Rice. Rice, you're bronze. Okay. Everyone is looking forward to seeing the glorious moment when you become the Triple Crown champion. Your support is appreciated. Goodbye. I can't stand this horse. Big brother, you suck. Wow, she's strong and confident. You can tell she walks her own path. Looks like you've got your work cut out for you. Yeah. Bourbon is only going to get further and further ahead. If I want to catch up to her, then I can't stop training. But I will catch up to her. The Triple Crown is composed of 3 classic races. The upcoming Satsuki show is the 2,000 meter turf race. As a stayer, Rice Shower needs a bit more distance to win. To have our first real chance at beating Mahono Bourbon, we should take on the Japanese Derby. Okay, got it. That's where I'll catch up to Bourbon, for sure. And with that, Rice Shower and I resolve to begin preparations for the Japanese Derby. But not today. Man, this game. This game, man. Where's... How do you turn this off? I need to go. How do I get out of here? Where's the... How do I... Alright, I need to go work on this next video. Kunkin is going to put Rice Shower in the fridge. No, I will not. I will not... I promise I will not uninstall Umasamume Pretty Derby, and we will play it again soon. I promise. Thank you all for joining. It was fun trying out Night Rain. It was fun playing the horse game again. Sorry we forgot to talk about the video. It'll happen soon. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be able to stream again. I just gotta remember. And that's a lot to ask, but I will do my best. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. It sounds like it's night for a lot of you, so everyone go to sleep. Everyone go to sleep. Don't forgore. I will not forgare. Bye, everyone. I still don't have an outro scream, so I'm just gonna wave until I find the button. Good night, Slime Boy. Good night, chat room. Good night, Sufty, Hippity Hoppity 2, Goosey Wave, Citric Skibbles, Lagosty, everyone else is here. Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Where's the button? Bye. Okay, I need to...